I haven't seen it that many times, but it still feels like it was yesterday. And I was happy that I got to kind of exit the game from a professional standpoint right there with the entire Solheim Cup team, the entire European family, my own family, my son at the time. I don't know. It was like a fairy tale ending, and it was very. I mean, it was a decision I made there and then on the putting green after the putt went in, and I thought nothing is going to ever beat this, and I haven't regretted it yet. I mean, Laura was for me a very obvious choice. She's, for me, and I think for everyone else on playing in Europe, she's always been a role model, icon, a legend in the game of golf. I've been fortunate to get to compete with her and against her many times, and I've always looked up to her. I think she kind of is everything that Ladies European Tour kind of stands for. She has it all, and she has a great knowledge. She obviously has the experience from the Solheim Cup, and I really enjoy working kind of alongside her over the last 2 Solheim Cups as a kind of vice captains, and I thought that went really well and we get along, and I was just, for me, it was a big honor for her to kind of want to be a part of this this journey.
How would you describe her in one word?
Laura, one of a kind.
Let's go with Anna, also a special friend. You've played many times with her. How was it?
I mean, Anna, sorry, is one that I think will be a captain down the road. She has it all. She has the playing kind of skills. She's experienced 7 Solheim Cups already. She's already kind of a leader among the playing group. She kind of takes responsibility, kind of brings the rookies under her arm, and I just thought the way she kind of showcased and handled herself in Toledo kind of really showcased the strength of her as a person, and she always has your back. And she's obviously become a very good friend over many years of traveling the world together. We've kind of discussed and had a lot of great laughs and fun together, and that obviously builds friendships that's going to last a lifetime. And for me, it was great to kind of have her be part of the team. Obviously, I want her to play. She's that good that you want her to kind of be out on the course and kind of do well. But at the same time, I also want her to have the experience of kind of what goes more on behind the scenes, because when you play, you're so focused and you think that's it. But there is a lot more that goes into it that I've experienced over the last couple of times, and I want her to kind of get a feel for that as well.
Describe her in one word.
Anna, competitive.
Let's go with Caroline, one of your best friends, we can say. How was it? It was different with her, or it was just as special?
It's obviously up to me, like who I want to bring along, and I thought she was one of the first ones that kind of crossed my mind, but at the same time I wasn't sure if it was the right thing. But I know her as a person. I mean, she's played 8 years on the LET, and she brings so much to the table. Obviously, we have enough Solheim Cup experience between Laura, myself, and Anna, and I thought what she brings to the table is something very unique, very united, and she'll make everyone feel comfortable. And I think that is probably the most important aspect of bringing a team together, working to accomplish something together. You need kind of the team atmosphere, and she's all for that. So it was a very obvious choice, and obviously being one of my very, very close friends, I kind of brought her here over New Year's, and I thought I was going to kind of surprise her. I didn't go down on my knees and propose, but we kind of played, and she thought I was joking, and then I said, no, I'm actually dead serious. You want to be my vice captain? So it's great that I have a dear friend that I can share these moments with as well. And you know, in 10, 15, 20, 30 years, we can sit in the old couch and look back, and relish like what a great story this was.
Describe her in one word.
Awesome.
All right. What do you feel when you see a Solheim Cup trophy?
Excitement, adrenaline, pressure. Kind of represents everything golf is all about. I've been fortunate to play in a lot of Solheim Cups, and if I have to take out some of the absolute highlights of my career, it's definitely the Solheim Cups. Not just the wins, but also like the battles, the fights, kind of the storylines. I mean, those are like stories you won't be able to read in a book. It's kind of what you have to experience. It's kind of personal, and it's amazing how well you kind of get together as a team and kind of you work for something is so satisfying when you succeed, but also like how you pull each other up when you don't do as well. And Solheim is, for me, probably the biggest honor that I've played.
How many times have you seen your Glen Eagles putt?
I haven't seen it that many times, but it still feels like it was yesterday. And I was happy that I got to kind of exit the game from a professional standpoint right there with the entire Solheim Cup team, the entire European family, my own family, my son at the time. I don't know. It was like a fairy tale ending, and it was very. I mean, it was a decision I made there and then on the putting green after the putt went in, and I thought nothing is going to ever beat this, and I haven't regretted it yet.
Does your son already has realized in which point are you?
I don't think so. I'm trying to get him into golf. He said today's mommy going to go golfing, so he understands that I love golf, and I'm trying to kind of get him into the game. But it's kind of fun to. Sometimes he sees me on the TV or in an ad, and so he's starting to get it. But I just want him to be able to maybe one day enjoy golf the same way I did as a kid, and who knows what the future will bring.
And what about you? How did you notice that you were going to be the captain?
I don't know. I've always felt like it would be a big dream to be able to captain the European team one day. I was fortunate to be part of Beanie's captaincy team, and I thought that was really cool, and I thought she did an excellent job, and I encouraged her to take another year. But 2 in a row, 2 wins. I mean, she did it all, and I thought how she captained the team was quite amazing. So if I can just try and be half of what she was, I'll be quite happy with myself. But at the same time, I mean, from the playing aspect, the players know the business. I mean, they know how to get the game ready. They know how to go out there and do their best. So I think my job is probably just to try and facilitate the best I can for the team to have the best week of their lives. I don't think that's going to be very hard to do here at Fingerkortesien because we all feel so welcome and literally at home here. And that's also what I think both Anna, Laura and Caroline is going to help me kind of bring this team together and kind of make it just a lifetime experience.
What does it mean for you to play near your second home?
Well, I really enjoyed kind of, when I heard it was going to be in Marbella or in this area, I thought, I mean, it would be great to kind of be part of that team. We have a place 25 minutes from here, and I've spent a lot of time growing up playing golf in this area. I played the Junior Ryder Cup in '97 when the main Ryder Cup was in Valderrama. So, I mean, I feel like I have a lot of history in this area. I have obviously a lot of friends who have places here, and my family, my immediate family, and my kind of extended family, we all come here pretty much during the entire year. I might have to work a little bit more on my Spanish, but other than that, I feel literally like at home here.
What do you think is going to be different from your role in Ohio and your role in the past as a player?
Obviously, I have to make a few more decisions. Last time we all leaned on Beanie. We tried to support her when she asked for support. Now I think I obviously have more responsibility, but I look at this as a team effort. I'm gonna bring in all the vice captains, even players, to kind of feel part of every decision that I do. But I'm also gonna stand up for each and every player and kind of have their back all day long, all week long. So it's a big responsibility, but it's also a massive, massive honor. It's getting more and more real the closer we get, and every time I think of it, because I've already started a lot of preparations, looking at players, scouting, kind of seeing how this team could possibly look. And every time I get goosebumps. So it definitely means a lot to me, and I'm happy to share it with my family and my 2 kids, and I look forward to bringing everyone here.
We are already having very young players playing really well, as Maya and Lynn. I was going to ask you if you have made a big research. What are your thoughts to a year ago?
Well, it's impossible not to get impressed by these new young players. There's obviously a lot of great young Swedes that's kind of proving their mark in the space of 12 players making the team. But I feel like every time I look at the leaderboard, there's new names, and they're good. They're really good. They're feisty. They're competitive. And they just want to go out and win. I think Leona Maguire was a fantastic example of a rookie that just kind of took charge in Toledo and played fantastic and loved the kind of everything that Solheim brought to the table. So I think this will be the same. I think you'll see a lot of new young talents, but I also think it's great to bring them along because they are the future of European women's golf.
If I say Spain in the Solheim Cup, what comes to mind?
Vamos.
They have talked that we are like very passionate players. We have played with Seve, has played the Ryder Cup, and it's one of the greatest idols. Carlotta is also very passionate. What do you feel about these type of players?
I mean, Spanish players, they have really good hands. Very competitive. They always find a way out of the trouble. Obviously, I was idolizing Sevi, Ulathabal. I mean, so many. And I'm also a big fan of Rafael Nadal. I mean, I love the Spanish fighting spirit, never to give up. And Carlota Ciganda being one of my good friends as well. I mean, I know how she lives and dies for golf, and also how they all bring the family into it. I mean, it's like a family effort, and I just love like seeing the big one happy family kind of supporting their athlete or their Spanish player. And I'm sure you're gonna see that and feel that here in Spain in 2023. And I can't wait to kind of feel that Spanish vibe for Solheim Cup.
You have played a few times here in Finca, but this is the first time you're playing the 4 together. How was it out there?
It's just fun to be out there together, kind of getting a feel for the course, discussing a little bit how we think it's playing. Obviously today was a lot of wind. Some holes that are fun and kind of reachable. It has kind of a great match play look overall, and I think this is going to be a fantastic course both for the players but also for TV. I mean, I think you're going to see some fantastic pictures, and yeah, I can't wait for the world to see this place.
Talking a little bit about that first tee, that first hole.
Well, obviously, the first hole, there's no other feelings that can come even close. I mean, you can stand on the final round in the major leading by I don't know how many shots. The adrenaline you feel in the Solheim Cup is different. It's because you play for more than yourself. It means more to you because you play for your friends, you play with your heart, and you want to give your best. This year is, I don't know, having a kind of a shorter par 4 that could possibly be reachable. I don't know if it's for the better or the worse. I mean, you can just take the driver and hope for the best instead of having to try and kind of be very, very accurate and hit a certain spot. But I talked to Laura. She said, well, if this was me and I had to play, I would just hit the driver and bomb it because it's like you just want to get the ball out of the way. And I mean, I mean, even Laura would say that having played 12 Solheim Cups, it's like even though you have a lot of experience, you still care and your heart is in it. You just want to be the best you can, and that first tee is a lot of adrenaline and energy.
What does it mean for you to play near your second home?
Well, I really enjoyed kind of, when I heard it was going to be in Marbella or in this area, I thought, I mean, it would be great to kind of be part of that team. We have a place 25 minutes from here, and I've spent a lot of time growing up playing golf in this area. I played the Junior Ryder Cup in '97 when the main Ryder Cup was in Valderrama. So, I mean, I feel like I have a lot of history in this area. I have obviously a lot of friends who have places here, and my family, my immediate family and my kind of extended family, we all come here pretty much during the entire year. So I might have to work a little bit more on my Spanish, but other than that, I feel literally like at home here.
Thank you very much. Okay. Now we are going with two little questions about two sponsors. Okay. One of them is Vitas. Vitas one sponsor is their hospitals. So I'll make you two questions. So that's health, sports health, and the healthy life. Okay. Seguimos, ¿no? Sí. Vale. Well, talking a little bit the importance of the sports and having a healthy life.
I think having a healthy lifestyle is everything today. There's so much you can control and be in your own power of, and I think taking care of your own body is one of the absolute most important things in your life. So I try the best I can to kind of be a good mom and kind of bring good values to my kids. We love being outdoor, we love being active, we eat healthy. So I mean, I think we're trying to be as good parents as we can, but there's obviously always challenging, and I'm also big into sustainability in all kind of aspects, and there as well. I mean, to kind of look after for the future. That's also in our hands.
Talk a little bit about the importance of women in sports.
I think the power of sport is so the platform that sports has is incredible. I mean, sport unites people. It brings people together. It kind of offers kind of a platform that is kind of should be kind of a healthy, solid kind of outlook. You look at idols in whatever sport, it usually brings some positive kind of energy to it. And women's sport, I think, is starting to really grow and kind of it's starting to kind of get to the point where you feel equal to men, which I think is only a matter of time. But I just think I look at myself, like what sports has given me, like what golf has given me in life is, I mean, a massive opportunity to just go out there and pursue my dream. And I always believe hard work pays off. And And it sure did for me, and I'm sure it's going to do for a lot of young kids seeing their idols playing here in Finkakortesin, the Solheim Cup. I mean, you're going to have new dreams growing, and hopefully we can be part of creating that.
And they wanted also, like, if you can say, like, a hi to Vitas as a new sponsor.
Hola, Vita. Welcome on board. This is going to be a fantastic journey.
Great. The next one is Reale. Okay, Reale, it's another big sponsor. They wanted to say, again, hi to the camera and say, hi, friends of Reale. We are almost a year far from the Solheim Cup. Hope to see you here.
Hi to, Reale.
Reale.
Hi to Reale, all friends and family attached to Reale. We're almost to a 1 year out mark here at the Solheim Cup 2023. And I can't wait to see all of you here supporting the European team, cheering us on. Thank you. Vamos.
Great. Love it. ¿Quieres hacerla tú? ¿O tenemos que terminar la de marca? Es más o menos corta.
¿La marca la haces tú?
Sí.
Seguimos si
La
quieres.
hacemos, ¿no?
Okay.
No, I'll do it. This one, it's soccer. It's for the biggest sport newspaper in Spain and South America. Okay.
Okay.
Start, no? Vale. What does it mean for you, the Solheim Cup, even though your big wins in majors and LPA and LBT?
I think what Solheim was one of the first stages where I kind of realized that I would really enjoy the big moments. Solheim is so special. I think it's bigger than all of women's golf. I mean, it's the pinnacle of how we compete and what we compete for. And to be able to get together as a team and accomplish something together has given me almost more excitement and joy than kind of succeeding on your own. You have someone to share with, someone to laugh with, a shoulder to cry on, and most importantly, you have friendships that last a lifetime and memories that will never really die. So that's kind of the fun. We get together here today at Finka and we can kind of laugh and joke about like stuff that happened in 2003 in Solheim Cup in 2007. I mean, it all means so much to us, and which is also why I think we all enjoy being a part of this journey, even though we're not playing.
After 2 wins, you have a bigger responsibility.
Yeah, it's obviously a big ask to get do a three-peat. That's why I said to Bini, you have to do it because it's pressure enough to kind of go out and captain a young, talented team. But we are going to do our absolute best to try and win here in Spain. I know it's going to be tough competition from a very, very solid American team, but I know the heart and soul from the European players. They will fight until the very, very end. And all we can do is do our best, and we'll see what the outcome will be.
Seb prepared very well the Ryder Cup course Valderrama in 1997. Do you think it's a problem that all the European players play in the LPGA and play together with them?
No, I think you want, as a competitor, you want to play against the best players on the best courses for the best money. And I think that's important to kind of develop and kind of keep pushing the barrier for your own kind of level. I always enjoyed playing in Europe, playing with kind of the European girls, and then I also enjoyed going to the LPGA and kind of keep competing against the absolute best players in the world. So I think it's almost a benefit that the European girls are used to playing with American girls, so it doesn't matter when they meet them in the match play. They all know each other, they're all good friends, and yeah.
What Suzann Petersen we will see, what type of role, and it would be Suzanne Pettersen very passionate, or maybe with someone calming her?
I don't really know. I mean, I'm usually quite like feisty and full of energy, but at the same time, I'm quite like now that I've stopped competing, I'm a bit more relaxed, calm. I hope I can bring some energy to the team, but at the same time, kind of be the solid rock in the background that the players can lean on and feel comfortable around. So I think that's probably more important to me. I've been fortunate to play under a lot of different captaincies, and they're all good in their own way. So try and take bits and pieces from each and every one, and kind of try and kind of do it with my flavor. But I think I love a good laugh, and like I said, I mean the players know how to play golf, so that's one thing I don't have to worry about.
What have you learned from your past captain?
I think what I really enjoyed with Beanie, she was herself all the way through. I mean, you know, she had your back as a player, as a vice captain, and I think it's a lot easier for the players to kind of feel comfortable around someone who's just themselves 24/7. So I'm going to be there supporting the team together with my vice captains and try and facilitate a really good atmosphere so people kind of want to go out there and have fun.
Carlota is one of the most important players in the team, apart of your close friend. What do you expect from Carlota?
I just want to see her go out there and win more tournaments. She's so talented. She loves coming back and playing in Europe, and she does well. She just won an event in Spain, and I know how much it means to her. I know all the hard work she puts in. So for me, it's like for all the players doing well now, I'm just applauding them, cheering them on, and kind of Carlota I can push a little bit more because she's a good friend, and I know kind of what like how she works, and I try to keep pushing her. I want her to be as good as she can, and I know she has all the talent in the world. So there's no one I would rather see make this team than Carlota, because she will bring the Spanish vibe for sure.
What level has golf in Europe increased? Because we've seen a very good players that we've talked previously winning tournaments.
I mean, I think women's golf in Europe is starting to get really good. The depth is starting to get there. You see a lot of young girls from different countries as well, which showcases probably the good work that's done from the federations in the early ages. But also if you look at Sweden, I mean, you look at the national team, all the effort and hard work they put in, they see the results now with the kind of not just one, but 2, 3, 4, 5 great young players coming up and like playing their way possibly into the team. So it's fun to see, again, hard work over time would always pay off, and you see it now across Europe a lot more than you have in the past. So I think the Ladies European Tour looks stronger now. They have a great schedule, more events. Now we just need to kind of maybe bump the prize money up, but then I think it's starting to get really solid.
This is a tough one. With all the players you've played with in the Solheim Cup, Team Europe, if you have to pick one for a last putt, which one would you pick?
Well, now I can't pick myself anymore, because that's what I said at Glen Eagles. Oh, that's a tough one. I would like to say all 12 are capable to take that pressure on, and I really hope whoever it may be that they cherish the moment, because it's something you practice for from an early age. I remember myself growing up, I mean, you stand there when the sun's about to go down and everyone's going home, and you stand and you make putts on the putting green, and you think, oh, this is to make US Open, this is to win the Solheim Cup. I mean, the more you do it in practice, the more you'll just embrace it and kind of live in the moment. So I want everyone to have that moment.
Finally, and this Spanish edition, we've been talking, we are very passionate, but do you think this will help to increase golf in our country?
I really hope this will give at least girls golf, women's golf a boost here in Spain. I mean, I know there's a lot of great young girls coming up, but like I said, Solheim Cup brings different dimensions to the table. And I mean, if we can welcome more girls to come watch, get excited, wanting to grab a golf club at the end of the Solheim Cup, I think that's all we can ask for. To kind of help grow the game in every corner of the world. Now we're in Spain, so obviously getting more Spanish girls to kind of get introduced to the game of golf. And, you know, maybe we'll have a new Carlotta, a new Alfahara in the next Solheim Cups to come in the future.
Okay, we are ending with a very quick test. You have to answer in 1 word, 2 words, or 3 words maximum. Okay?
Yeah.
Ready? Pedreña is the city of?
No idea.
Seven.
Is it?
Yeah. Which is the most typical dish in Spain?
Paella?
Which is the population of Spain? I'll give you 3 options. 70 million, 46, or 20 million.
46.
Which is the sport with more followers in Spain?
Football.
Which are the colors of the Spanish flag?
Spanish is red and white, red, yellow.
Tell me 3 Spanish players.
Golf?
Yeah.
Alfahara Munoz, Beremozo, Carlota Seganda. I don't know. I can name many.
Which is the capital of Spain?
Madrid.
Can you tell me one famous person in Spain?
Famous
Person, like actor, sportsman.
Rafael Nadal.
And Rafael Nadal is for you?
One of the biggest athlete you'll find.
We are done. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That was a tough test.
I didn't know I was going to be put on the spot. What's